Hey friends, today I'm back out in Santan Valley, a brand new community called Landmarke. This is a Mattamy Homes community. I actually really love the location of this specific community. It does not have any major roads that you're going to be backing to. It's close to shopping, a great new school. We're going to talk about all of those things. We're going to look at some model homes, talk about the HOA fees, look at the neighborhood a bit, and let's jump right in and get started. When you are buying a new construction home, the builder is going to have different exterior options for you. So in this community, there are 4 elevations, exterior finishes to choose from. And I wanted to turn the camera around because they have 4 model homes here. They show all 4 styles, and I want you to take a look at that. Right here you have the Spanish elevation. This is the simplest and it's slightly less expensive. Over here you have the Western Contemporary. You can see there's a little bit of brickwork on that one. And then across the street here you have Desert Modern. So a lot of straight lines on that one. And then this one is the Ranch. Again, there's a little bit of stonework. It almost looks like brick on this one. Right behind me here is the Garnet floor plan, and this is one of my favorites. I'm really excited to show you this floor plan. I feel like they did so many things right, especially the master closet. This one right here is a 3-car garage, as you can see, side by side. That's always a plus. You get 4 bedrooms plus a flex room, 3.5 bathrooms, and square footage on this one is 2,878 square feet with a base price of $580,000. They have 3 of these available right now as quick move-in homes, and they're all priced in the low 600s. So let's go inside and let me show you all the things I love about this floor plan. This home has the more modern elevation. If you like this look, great. If you don't, they have different elevations. That means the kind of exterior that you're seeing. So this one has a lot of straight lines, kind of blocky, but they also have other options for the exterior as well. So you get to pick which kind of exterior look you prefer, but the floor plan is going to be the same. So let's go ahead, go inside. First thing I noticed when I came inside is the flooring. I love it when builders do this. They put in a nice wood look flooring with grout that very closely matches the color of the flooring. It's a nice dark grout. So from this perspective, here's the front door. You're gonna have 2 bedrooms and a flex room this way, plus that full bathroom. Backing up here, this is where you're gonna come in from the garage. You're gonna have your laundry, powder room, guest room that has its own bathroom. So this front part of the house, so wisely designed and set up. This doorway into the 2 bedrooms, flex space, and bathrooms, it's a little bit narrow. Well, I shouldn't say it's a little bit narrow, but a lot of times builders like to make them nice and wide. I kind of like it a little bit more narrow because it just feels quieter back here, a little bit more like they have privacy. You have your tall 10-foot ceilings in this collection. That's always great because it opens up the space, makes everything feel bigger and grander. Here's that full bathroom. So you get the tub and the shower combo, double sinks, and then they even have a little linen closet over here. And then over here, this is where you are gonna find that flex room. So they have it set it up for the kids, kind of like a little hangout over here. I have mixed feelings about this. I feel like if it's young kids, maybe you want to have it set up for homework or crafts or something like that, so that they're not back here all day and you never see them. Teenagers, it's a little bit different. You just can't get away from that a lot of times. They're gonna want their privacy. And then here is the other bedroom. Both of these bedrooms in the front of the house have the standard size closets rather than the walk-in closets. But this is just such a nice area on this side of the house for the kids to kind of feel like they have their own space back here, and you're gonna have some peace and quiet. coming this way, let's check out that guest room. So here's the door where you're gonna come in from the garage. And this guest room also has the standard size closet, but you get your own bathroom in here. So you can see a single sink and a nice shower over here. I'm glad it doesn't have the tub because sometimes guests have a hard time stepping over that edge of the tub. So that just makes it a little more accessible. And then your laundry room's right over here too. So your guest and your kids are going to be closer to the laundry room than you will from the primary bedroom. You have a little drop space here right across from the door to that 3-car garage. And then you also have your powder room. It's nice to have a dedicated powder room so that when you have guests over, it's just more likely to be clean. No one's using it all the time. Over here, you're gonna have another little closet. This is where you can hang your coats, maybe keep your vacuum cleaner. And I love this kitchen and living space. It is great for families and entertaining. And this is a generous area over here where the TV is. Another thing I love is the fact that the TV is over here and you go into your primary bedroom way over here. So if someone's up late watching TV, it's not going to be the wall that is shared with your bedroom. All right, do you see what I see? I see that the builder was thinking. They made this island go around the corner so that you have the extra seating on the side. So you can seat 6 comfortably around this kitchen island. Good job, builder. They have KitchenAid appliances in here. You get your gas range, a nice hood over the stove. And of course, if you want different color of countertops or cabinets, they have other options. We can see what they have. Oh, it looks like they have Whirlpool appliances over here. So they're doing Whirlpool and KitchenAid. This is a generous size pantry. Love that. Again, great for people who entertain or who have kids. Maybe you just don't like making a lot of shopping trips. You just want to get it all at once. All right, this area right here, they have a table set up here for 8, but this is a big space. So you could fit a nice big round table in here if you wanted to be able to seat even more people and not feel crammed at all. Over here, a nice big sectional. You can see, again, you could fit so many people in here to watch a movie, watch the game, and if you're entertaining, so easy to watch from the kitchen as well. From the kitchen island, from the kitchen table. Everyone in this room can see the TV. So I love that. I really am liking this floor plan. Let's go back here and check out this primary bedroom. I'm excited to show you how they set up the bathroom, which is different. This is a good sized bedroom. I feel like it's perfect. I don't like my master bedroom to be too big or too small. I like it just kind of a nice medium because I don't want to waste my space in here and I don't want to feel like it's just too open. I like a little bit cozier feeling. All right, coming in here, you are going to get his and hers closets before you even get to the shower and the toilet. So it's like these 2 closets on either side give you a little bit of a noise buffer. So if someone is sleeping, the other person is taking a shower, you're gonna have these 2 closets separating you from the shower and separating you from whoever's getting ready. And that is nice. Over here is your toilet, and then you have double sinks, decent counter space, decent cabinetry. You also have this space here where they hung the mirror, where, you know, you could put something right there to add a little bit more storage if you wanted to. The shower, one of my favorites. So many things to love about this shower. First of all, I call this a pony wall. This is what I had my house remodeled to have because it's a little bit less glass to clean, so you don't have to squeegee as much. They have a nice little nook over here. You can turn on your water so that it's just the right temperature before you actually get in. They have 2 shower heads, a little bit of light coming in, and then you can hide your shampoo and stuff down here in this little nook. Or you could use the ledge if you have extra. Okay, we can take a quick look outside. I like these big slider doors, larger than is typical for slider doors, and yet pretty simple. They don't slide into each other like the massive ones, but they're still a good size. All right, this patio, again, another positive thing is that you get quite a big covered patio out here. Again, great for people who like to entertain. They did artificial turf and pavers, which I love because I love low maintenance. And here in Arizona, you're going to see these block walls around the homes typically. This is a model home, so they have what's called view fencing over here. You can look into the model home next door, but when they sell any of the homes, that will just be made into a block wall. Great thing about this community is that none of these homes are going to back to a major road. And you can see that big patio. I am liking this one. Let's put up a map so you can see exactly where we are today. We are in Santan Valley, which is on the outskirts of the Phoenix area. However, that 24 freeway is already approved to extend down to the Santan Valley area. So that's going to take, you know, a dozen years. It's going to happen in phases, but it'll get here eventually. And so that is good news. This specific community, I really like this area. It is not on any major roads, so none of these homes are going to have a lot of traffic noise. It's kind of tucked away just a little bit, but there's a lot of great things around here. So let's start with the American Leadership Academy Charter School. That is K through 6. It is just right around the corner, and I have only heard great things about this charter school. If you have kids and you want to talk schools, get in contact with me because I can share a wealth of information to help you find the best spot for your kiddo. In addition, when you turn into this community, you are passing through kind of a great little shopping center. So they have a brand new Target that is going to be opening soon. There is a Dairy Queen and a Dutch Bros coffee that you pass by directly when you're coming into the community, so that might be dangerous. But there's just a lot of little restaurants and shops over there that are super convenient. In addition, you are very close to the olive mill. This is kind of like a gem of this part of the valley. It's been here for, I want to say, I don't know how long, 3 decades, maybe more. This is where they grow olives, they press them, they make olive oil, they have a little cafe, a little shop, they have live music there sometimes, people will rent it out for events. And what I go there for is that they have a supercharger. So if you have an electric vehicle, you will be close to a supercharger, and there aren't a lot of them in the East Valley right now. I'm sure they'll be adding more, but that's kind of an added perk. This massive home right behind me is their Mahogany floor plan. This one is 3,324 square feet. You get 4 bedrooms, plus a flex space, plus a loft, 3.5 bathrooms. You get a 3-car garage side by side, and the starting price on this one is going to be $623,000. This one has a side turn garage, so you kind of have to turn to park in there. Some people like those because it makes the garage a little bit less visible. And when you have a 3-car side by side, some people like that aspect of it. You'll notice the pavers that they put in their driveways and their walkways. Very nice. And when we go upstairs, I'm going to give you a view of the community and kind of point out some things that I like and don't like about this area. For perspective, here is that front door. You are going to have a bedroom with its own bathroom on the first level, but the primary bedroom will be upstairs along with the other bedrooms. You have this nice den here. It is a good size right at the front of the house when you walk in. And you can see that, you know, it adds some charm when you walk in and you see this nice staircase with the railing. You could put a Christmas tree right here if you decorate that way. You also have this storage space that is probably bigger than you might expect because it goes under the staircase. So you can fit all sorts of things in here, which is a big plus because here in Arizona, we don't really like to store things in the attic. It gets so hot up there. And it is rare to have a basement home in Arizona. So we like getting all of the extra storage we can. This is a great room here, nice and big. They put in the extra large sliding doors over here, and then they also put them right here. So there's options. You're gonna love the pantry. It's enormous. I'll show you that in just a second. But I wanna point out again, I love this flooring. I'm actually gonna ask them what this flooring is because I might wanna put this in my home. Trying to choose a flooring right now so we can remodel. Again, the grout is colored so it matches so nicely and has a really great wood look while being lower maintenance. Right here, you could fit a nice big table for entertaining. You have your waterfall island here. Some people like this. Just stylistically, the look of it is kind of popular. Again, they have Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances in here. You get your gas range. You can have the cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling. And let's take a look over here. This is where you're gonna come in from the garage. They give you 2 extra closets. So again, with extra storage, this is nice. This one is more like a mini pantry, although you're not gonna need that as a pantry. When I show you how big the pantry is, doubtful that you will use that for pantry space. More likely you can use it for kids stuff or whatever. Here is the powder room, and that is right next to the guest room. So someone could come in from the garage. The guest room is right here, and it has its own bathroom. You have a standard size closet, 1 window over here, and here is your cute little bathroom with a nice shower. Okay, let me show you the pantry. Right behind this wall where you're doing all of the cooking, you have this extra space over here if you want to put your coffee maker or whatever else you use, a blender, and then look at how long this pantry is. I mean, this is a lot of space for storage, plus you could use this wall if you wanted to add even more shelves. Nice. Before we go upstairs, let's look at the backyard. They put in a little swimming pool in their model. However, they don't offer backyard packages. They are advertising this pool builder though, so it makes me wonder if they have any kind of deal with them. If you're interested in putting in a pool, just let me know. This patio is crazy. It extends the entire length of the house. So if that's you, you like the indoor-outdoor living, you like being outside, grilling, entertaining outside, whatever it is, this is the largest patio I've seen in a long time with a new construction home. And then of course you could put your grill over here, which I think is a great idea because then when things get smoky, it's not right against the house. I may or may not have had that experience recently of having my hubby grilling something close to the house. The entire inside of the house got smoky because I think the fire got too hot or too big, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs and check out this space up here where the main bedrooms are, plus the flex space. And as we do, let me remind you that when you visit new construction communities and you wanna look at those model homes, you need to bring a realtor with you to that first visit, and hopefully that's me. They are probably gonna want you to register, and when you do that, you waive your right to be represented. So give me a call, send me an email. I will meet you there. I'm gonna help you find the right one. Nice big flex space. And on this side, you can see right here, a nice laundry room. In this case, the laundry room is close to the primary bedroom. They did a cute accent wall they put up a barn door. This barn door is not an option, but a lot of people install these because here in Arizona, for whatever reason, builders don't put them on. No one knows why. This is a nice long counter space. And you also get a tub. So if you're one of those people who likes to use the bathtub to relax, they do have that option, and you still have a good size shower here. Here's your toilet, and your closet is kind of divided into two halves with a window on each side. So you kind of both get your space. Before we look at the other bedrooms up here, I want to show you the view from this bedroom because I can explain from this angle a little more about the community. So, no major roads along here. This road right here is the main road to get into this community. You're going to pass a Dairy Queen and a Dutch Brothers every time you come home, so that might be dangerous. Over here you have an RV storage area. So it's not pretty, but it's set kind of off from the road. If you have an RV that you need to store, how convenient. Oh, also behind that RV storage area over here, a new Target is just opening, and there's kind of like a big shopping center there. So lots of good shopping right around here. And you can see a lot of dirt lots. I don't know if you can see that along this road. There are power lines. Not my favorite thing, but not a huge deal. You're not close to the power lines. You can just see them maybe when you're doing your shopping. You also get some mountain views from here. I don't know if you can see that as well from the video as I can see it here, but some decent views of the pretty Superstition Mountains. Okay, let's head out of the primary bedroom. There's that stairway, and here is the nice big flex space. Over here, the bedrooms are separated by a full bathroom. This bathroom has two sinks. It has a doorway, so you can close that door if someone wants to shower or use the bathroom while the other person is using the sinks and getting ready. You also have this really cute little linen closet, very narrow door. And then you have a bedroom on either side. These bedrooms both have the smaller sized closets. And they're pretty much identical sizes, almost. This one on this side has a little extra nook right here, kind of cute. Let's just drive down this street. You can see some of the homes that they have already built. They have a number of spec homes. Those are the quick move-in homes available right now. And those are the homes that they're going to be offering the best incentives on. So rather than building from a dirt lot, I am encouraging my clients to consider doing the quick move-in route, the spec route, so that you can save the most amount of money. Home prices here in Santan Valley are slightly lower than a lot of parts of the valley because it's on the outskirts, but don't let that scare you away. They are doing a great job here in Santan Valley, bringing in shopping and really great schools. Now, if you need to commute, that might be an issue. So let's talk about areas. Go ahead and reach out to me. We can set up a phone call or a Zoom call so I can hear what your situation is and help you find the area that is going to be best suited for your family. This is the Cobalt floor plan. This is the simplest of the model homes that they have. The square footage is 2,344. It really feels larger when you go inside because the floor plan is just very well done. And I especially want to show you the way that they fit two sectionals into their living room. It's a great idea. So this one right here is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. You get a 2-car garage, and the base price is $495,000. They have a few of these for sale right now, priced right around $530,000. Before we step into this floor plan, I am just going to turn the camera this way. And this is in a cul-de-sac. There are several cul-de-sac roads in this community. And this road along here is kind of the main road that you come into the community on. And all along this road, you have custom built homes that are on larger property and some really big, beautiful homes. So it's an area where I think it has a nice residential family feel. Okay, let's head into this one. This one is a Spanish exterior, so the simplest of the exteriors, but maybe you want the same floor plan but a modern look, or maybe you want some brick. They can do those too. I think this is a cute door, the way that the window panes are. Now in this one, instead of doing a wood look flooring, they did a rectangular tile, but again, they did the right thing and they matched the grout so that it all blends in. And look at these simple finishes they put on this wall all along here. Elevates the space so much. I mean, that would be kind of a timely project, but probably would not be expensive, just a little bit of elbow grease. So here in the front, there are 2 bedrooms. They have this one set up as an exercise room, but it is a bedroom. And all of the bedrooms in this house have a walk-in closet. So right there, you have a walk-in closet. And these 2 bedrooms in the front share a Jack and Jill bathroom right here. So Jack and Jill means it opens up on both sides to the bedrooms. The toilet and the shower/bath have a door that separates them from the 2 sinks right here, and then you have your other bedroom on this side. You can see it's wide enough that they can fit in a couple of twin beds plus a pretty big dresser in between. So these are not small bedrooms. Over here, another walk-in closet. So I just think that the square footage on this home is used so well, it makes it feel larger than it really is. Over here, a little drop space. That's where you come in from the garage. And I'm actually going to go in the garage this time because they have some informational signs in here that tell you a little bit about how they build a home. So for example, we do stucco here on most of our homes on the exterior. They have 3 kinds of stucco finishes, and that's going to correlate with the elevation that you pick. You can see they are aiming to be energy efficient. And you can come in here if you visit and kind of learn more about the construction side, how they build their homes. Okay, so we're going to go back into the main house from this 2-car garage. And I'm going to show you the one thing that they did wrong in this house. They just did one thing wrong. Down this little hallway, that's where the guest bedroom is. For perspective, here's the front door. Guest bedroom is great. The laundry room, it's a little small, but it's fine. You do have some space on this side. But this bathroom, this is the half bathroom right here. And they don't even have a door on this bathroom right now because it is designed to open to the inside of the bathroom. And this is a very narrow bathroom. So in order to get into that bathroom and close the door would take a little bit of shimmying. The solution, put the door so that it swings into the hallway. Easy fix. Here is the guest bedroom. And it has its own bathroom and its own walk-in closet. They put the basic shower in here rather than the fully tiled. I've heard different things about it. I've heard that these, kind of one-piece showers or more simpler showers actually prevent leaks more so than a tiled shower would. But tiled showers are usually what people choose, and I would say usually don't have any problems with it. Okay. You also have a den. They put the double doors on the den. Nice size, nice big window in there. And again, doesn't this just seem like it is more square footage than whatever I said it was, a little over 2,300 square feet? They fit 2 sectionals in their living room. I love this idea. And you go right through the middle, you can sit on either side, and you could fit a lot of people in here. I also love, again, the TV is on this wall, and your primary bedroom is way over here. You have this separate little dining area, and from every spot in the house, you can see the TV. So if you're a TV family, if you like watching the game, like watching movies, having movie nights, this is a nice floor plan for that. This pantry actually goes around a little bit, so has a little bit more space maybe than you would have thought. And let's check out the primary bedroom. They are not wasting space in here. So it's on the smaller side. Again, I don't mind having a bedroom that isn't super large. I mean, there's room in here for everything that you need. Also, again, I love that they do their showers this way. The pony wall just makes sense to me. Double sinks, beautiful, nice natural wood finish. Lots of space here for whatever you want to put over there. And then coming over here, here's your toilet. It does have a window in there that you can open and close. And this closet is smaller than you see in a lot of new construction homes, but this is what used to be more standard. And then you also have this closet right here. So you could potentially use this for overflow of, you know, jeans, shoes, whatever. Let's take a quick look outside. They put in a really pretty fireplace out here with seating going all around the edge. Now, maybe you want to buy this exact model home because you just love it that much. Let me know. I'll keep track of it. I'll let you know when they list it so that you could just buy this home as is. Otherwise, this is just, you know, ideas. This is just inspiration for you because when you buy a new construction home, usually you're going to be getting a dirt lot. So you'll be wanting to make plans. Let's talk about the Homeowners Association fee, the HOA. So here in this community, it is going to be $115 every month. That is for the upkeep of all of the common areas and the amenities. $115 really is pretty low for most new communities, but you're not really getting a lot here either. So pros and cons, depending on if you're someone who would really make use of those or not. If you want an amenity-rich community, make sure you reach out because I can point you to all of those as well. They have this playground over here, so you could bring your kids out here, your little kids probably, so that they can get some of their energy out. I wish that it had a big shade over it because the sun can get pretty intense. They do have this area shaded over here with some picnic tables and charcoal grills. So this would be a nice place to kind of get out of the house and maybe have a little picnic. A nice big green grassy area over here with some trees. So another place where the kids could run around and play catch or tag or whatever that they want to do. That also serves as a place for water when we get all of our big monsoon rains. It's a water retention area. Over here, I think this is meant to be bocce ball. Maybe they're going to do some cornhole here, but they haven't got this quite set up yet. Right across the street, they have another big green grassy area. They're watering it right now. This is another water retention area. You'll find trails and paths throughout the community and other spots like this that are just nice and green and pretty. So behind me here is the Pacific floor plan, and I'm just going to keep it real. This is not my favorite floor plan. So as we go through here, I'll be pointing out some things I'm not crazy about in this one. There's a few things that I really like about it, but it'll be a different kind of a tour. This one does have 2,762 square feet. You get 4 bedrooms, plus a flex space and a loft. You get 3.5 bathrooms and a 2-car garage. Base price on this one is going to be $528,000. This one is the sales office, so those doors are going to become the 2-car garage, and it is a nice elevation, right? It would have a totally different look if you chose one of the other elevations, but I do like that. You know, there's a little bit of color with the blue there. All of the bedrooms are going to be upstairs in this one, so if you prefer that, then you will find that with this floor plan. Let's go on in. Now, some of the things that I'm not crazy about are simply design choices, and I guess that's a good thing to bring up, is that when you go and look at these model homes, you have to overlook the design choices. This flooring, it's not my favorite. The width of the planks are a little bit thinner, and it doesn't have as natural of a look for me, but you could get a totally different flooring and it would change. From this perspective, here is that front door, and you have this big flex room here in the front of the house. So I feel like they used quite a bit of their square footage on this room, and it is right in the front of the house, kind of set apart from other stuff. So for some people, they might have a really good use for that. For me personally, I don't know that I would use it that much. And then the stairway, you can see right here, not quite as dramatic. You don't get to see much of the stairway, but again, that's a personal preference thing. Maybe you like to have the upstairs being more quiet and set apart. Over here, you have your powder room on the first floor, and that is right next to your coat closet. And then over here is where you're going to come in from your garage. So you have this little drop space right here when you come home, and you have one long rectangular room for your open concept kitchen and living room. You do get a nice sized living room down here, so that's great. This is a nice big sectional. I would probably put the TV on this wall. They did it over here. Again, this is a personal preference thing, so I would rather have the kitchen table somewhere else. That's just me. And you're limited on how big you can go. This is about as big as you'd want. Not a bad size kitchen, quite a bit of counter space and cabinets, and you have the corner pantry. See, I'm getting spoiled because I'm getting used to seeing all of the really long, large pantries, and then when I see the corner pantry, all of a sudden it seems small to me. Okay, let's go upstairs. And as we're going up here, there's a lot of new construction going on in this area. So I think that's one of the biggest things I bring for my clients, is just knowledge of what your options are and being able to explain to you the pros and cons of the different areas, and also which ones are going to give you the best incentive. Over here you have this nice flex space. And when I say incentives, largely I'm talking about what rate they are going to give you. I have clients getting 3.99 or in the 4s. That makes a huge difference on your monthly mortgage payment. All right, so here's your laundry room. Not bad. They did something weird in this bathroom that just kind of threw me. It's the flooring. This is normally like a tile you would put in the shower, or maybe a backsplash. So that was just kind of odd. All 3 bedrooms are kind of back in this area, the secondary bedrooms. What I did think was cute was the ceiling. That is a very cute idea. Your neck might get sore if you're the one trying to paint it, but turned out looking great. Now, these 2 bedrooms have a Jack and Jill bathroom. And I do like the way they set up the Jack and Jill bathroom, because they each get their own sink. So the sink actually will have a door, so they can, use the bathroom, take a shower, close the door, and get ready in peace and quiet. I learned last week that Jack and Jill is a no-no for people who follow certain feng shui practices. So that was a new thing that I learned. And then this one has a small walk-in closet. So all the kids can be in that one hallway, somewhat close to the washer and dryer. And then here is the primary bedroom. Not a bad sized bedroom, pretty roomy. The closet, not the biggest closet I've seen. It's all right. I would like to have a little bit more space, but it'll do. They put in just like the basic shower in this one. Of course, they might have spec homes that have it all tiled out and looking a little fancier. But this is pretty standard bathroom here. Nothing too fancy. You have a window in there, that's nice. You have a linen closet, and that linen closet is pretty deep. All right, let's take a quick look outside. This is a oversized lot. Some people prefer that. They want to be able to put in a swimming pool and have all the things in their backyard. You just need to reach out. We can find out which lots they have available. Usually communities will have some larger corner lots, premium lots. You will pay a little bit of extra for those large lots, but definitely worth it for someone who really likes to enjoy the yard. This is cute. They have it set up like a little outdoor movie theater. And you can see the back of the house here, very nice. So if you are thinking about moving here, it doesn't matter if you are days, weeks, months, years away from making that decision, reach out. It is never too soon to start planning ahead. You are not going to be bothering me. This is what I love to do. So here's my information. Call, text, email, and I hope to hear from you soon.